Welcome to the Grimdark Chronicles. Something of mystery, an information repository, and a place of history and bygone times. With the archival world of Calliope lost to heretical treachery, now only a few data repositories remain. The Aeldari, an ancient and enigmatic race, were once the undisputed rulers of the galaxy, their civilization flourishing with unparalleled technological prowess, psychic mastery, and artistic sophistication. However, their empire was shattered by a cataclysmic event known as the Fall, which birthed the chaos god Slaanesh and nearly wiped out their entire species. Today, the surviving Aeldari exist in fragmented factions. From the disciplined craftworld Aeldari and the ruthless Drukhari to the mystical Harlequins and the reclusive Exodites, each faction pursues a unique path to preserve their dwindling numbers and ancient heritage, wielding advanced technology, powerful psychic abilities, and centuries of wisdom in a desperate struggle against extinction and a relentless thirst for redemption. Origins and early history, ancient dominance. The Aeldari once ruled a vast empire that spanned the galaxy, unmatched in its technology, psychic abilities, and cultural refinement. Their society reached heights of prosperity and enlightenment unseen among other races. Their mastery of the webway, a network of extra-dimensional tunnels, allowed them to move instantaneously across the galaxy, giving them a unique advantage in warfare and exploration. Aeldari society was initially guided by a deep reverence for the natural world and their gods. With their achievements in art, science, and philosophy, pushing them towards ever greater cultural heights. Technological and psychic mastery. Aeldari technology was founded on their psychic abilities, allowing them to create Wraithbone, a unique material that responded to psychic commands and could be shaped into weapons, structures, and vehicles. They harnessed psychic energy for daily tasks, military endeavors, and even medical practices, making them highly dependent on their natural psychic talents. Their civilization flourished under the guidance of their gods, whom they honored through intricate ceremonies, crafting, and the creation of beautiful art, ensuring that all aspects of life were interwoven with their spirituality. The fall of the Aeldari, decadence and hubris. Over countless millennia, Aeldari society became increasingly decadent, driven by their ability to fulfill every desire without consequence. Their achievements in technology allowed them to create worlds of pleasure and excess, leading to moral and spiritual decay. With all needs and ambitions met, many Aeldari indulged in hedonism and self-gratification, losing their sense of purpose and abandoning the wisdom of their past. Some Aeldari, foreseeing the dangers of their actions, fled on massive ships called craft worlds, seeking to preserve the old ways and avoid the fate that awaited those who remained in decadent societies. Birth of Slaanesh. The Aeldari's unchecked indulgence and psychically charged emotions birthed Slaanesh, the chaos god of excess, who consumed the souls of billions in a psychic shockwave. The act of Slaanesh's birth created a permanent scar in reality, known as the Eye of Terror, a warp rift that remains a center of chaos corruption to this day. This event devastated the Aeldari, reducing their numbers dramatically and destroying their once mighty empire. It served as a somber lesson on the dangers of unchecked desires and the consequences of forsaking spiritual balance. Surviving factions. Azuriani Craftworld Aeldari. Craftworlds are colossal self-sustaining starships that serve as both cities and temples to the surviving Aeldari. Each craftworld is unique, reflecting the specific culture and beliefs of its inhabitants, Notable craft worlds include Biel Tan, known for its militant focus on restoring Elder dominance, and Oathway, famous for its powerful seers and focus on guiding the race's fate. Craftworld Eldar rely on the path system, a structured way of life that prevents them from succumbing to the excesses that destroyed their ancestors. The path system is a disciplined way of life adopted by Craftworld Eldar to control their intense emotions and avoid the corruption of Slaanesh. Eldar choose specific paths, such as the Path of the Warrior or Path of the Seer, that allow them to focus their abilities and avoid becoming consumed by passion. This system provides structure and purpose, helping Craftworld Eldar maintain a balance that shields them from the psychic dangers that their race is prone. Drukhari Dark Elder Camarag. Camarag is the vast labyrinthine city within the webway where the Drukhari reside. It is a haven of violence and excess, where the Dark Eldar indulge in the sadistic practices that sustain their unnatural longevity. This city is almost a universe unto itself, composed of interconnected realms filled with twisted architecture and ruled by feuding cabals. The Drukhari use Camarag as a base for launching real space raids, capturing slaves, and gathering resources to fuel their society and keep their dark appetites satisfied. Pain and sustenance. The Drukhari sustain themselves by inflicting pain and absorbing the suffering of others, a practice that extends their lifespan and protects them from Slaanesh's grasp. By raiding other worlds and taking captives, they ensure a constant supply of pain and suffering, prolonging their lives indefinitely. Drukhari's society is structured around this need, with raiding and torture forming the basis of their economy and power structure. Harlequins, followers of Segurak, the Laughing God. The Harlequins are a unique faction of Eldar who follow Segurak, the Laughing God, the last of the Elder gods who evaded Slaanesh. They preserve the stories, myths, and lessons of the Elder through ritualized performances that blend storytelling with martial arts. Harlequins are seen as both entertainers and warriors, feared for their agility and deadly, acrobatic fighting style. Role as mediators, Harlequins act as intermediaries among different Eldar factions, helping bridge gaps and unite Asuryani Drukhari and other Eldar against common threats. They frequently travel between craftworlds, Camarag, and Exodite worlds, spreading messages and urging collaboration to ensure the survival of their race. Harlequins maintain and guard the Black Library, a vast collection of knowledge on chaos, containing forbidden lore and insights into the true nature of the warp. Exodites, Maiden Worlds. The Exodites are Eldar who, in their desire to escape the excesses of their kin, settled on remote planets they transformed into paradise worlds known as Maiden Worlds. These worlds are lush and vibrant, with the Exodites dedicating their lives to living in harmony with nature, farming, and tending to their world spirits. Exodite culture is agrarian and tribal, standing in contrast to the advanced technology of their kin. Yet they retain some technological prowess, using it sparingly to defend their worlds. Integration with nature. Exodites incorporate themselves into the natural cycles of their planets, believing that upon death, their souls will merge with the world spirit. They avoid the excesses of technology and material wealth, focusing on self-sufficiency and spiritual growth. In battle, they ride dinosaur-like creatures native to their worlds, using these creatures as Yunari, followers of Yunid. The Ynneri are a faction that believes in the rebirth of the Elder through Ynid, a god of the dead who they believe can ultimately defeat Slaanesh. Members of various Elder factions join the Ynneri, unified by the goal of awakening Ynid fully and overthrowing Slaanesh's influence over their souls. The Ynneri promote a philosophy of death for rebirth, encouraging the Elder to embrace death as a path to salvation and restoration of their people. Eldar physiology and psychology. Physical characteristics. Eldar are taller, more slender, and more graceful than humans, with features that are simultaneously ethereal and intimidating. They possess enhanced reflexes, agility, and strength that surpass most other races. Their lifespans span thousands of years, allowing them to accumulate vast knowledge and experience, but also heightening the risks of succumbing to despair or becoming jaded. Their sharp senses, sight, hearing, and touch, are incredibly refined, making them exceptionally aware of their environment and adding to their prowess in battle. Psychic abilities. Most Eldar have innate psychic potential, which they use in everyday life, warfare, and medicine. Their psychic sensitivity, however, makes them particularly susceptible to the predations of Slaanesh. Farseers are powerful Eldar seers who can foresee potential futures, guiding their people with visions of possible outcomes and using their powers to protect the craft worlds. Warlocks combine psychic abilities with martial skills, serving as battle psychers who enhance their allies and disrupt enemies on the battlefield. Intense emotions and discipline. Eldar experience emotions far more intensely than most species, making them passionate yet highly volatile. Their emotional intensity drives their psychic abilities, but also poses risks, as unchecked emotions can lead to corruption by chaos. To control their emotions, Craftworld Eldar follow the path system, dedicating themselves to specific paths, such as the path of the warrior or path of the seer, which allows them to channel their emotions constructively and avoid temptation. Eldar technology. Wraithbone. Wraithbone is a psycho-reactive material that forms the backbone of Eldar technology. Created through psychic manipulation, it serves as both a construction material and an energy conductor. Wraithbone is used to create starships, weapons, armor, and even vehicles. It has self-repair capabilities when in contact with psychic energy, allowing Eldar technology to regenerate damage over time. The Eldar consider Wraithbone a living material, connected to their psychic essence and integral to the construction of their craft worlds and other structures. The Webway. The Webway is an interdimensional network of tunnels that allows the Eldar to travel instantaneously across the galaxy without entering the warp, avoiding the dangers of chaos. Mastery of the Webway gives the Eldar unparalleled strategic mobility, enabling them to appear suddenly in battle and evade pursuit by retreating into the Webway's hidden paths. The Webway is also home to Kumarag, the Drukhari city, and other hidden Eldar outposts, giving the Eldar a crucial advantage in both travel and defense. Anti-gravity vehicles. Eldar use sophisticated anti-gravity technology for their vehicles, such as the Falcon and Wave Serpent, which provide high mobility and flexibility in combat. Eldar vehicles are lightweight yet durable, capable of rapid movement and sharp maneuvers that allow them to evade incoming fire while delivering powerful ranged attacks. Jet bikes, another form of anti-gravity craft, are used by Eldar warriors for scouting, skirmishing, and flanking maneuvers, adding speed and unpredictability to Eldar battle strategies. Energy weapons. Eldar weapons are highly advanced, using energy-based technology for maximum lethality and precision. Shuriken weaponry, for instance, fires monomolecular discs that slice through armor and flesh alike. Lance weapons deliver focused energy beams capable of penetrating the strongest armor, making them effective against heavily armored foes and vehicles. Eldar weaponry combines elegance with efficiency, ensuring their technology is not only deadly but also artfully crafted, reflecting their cultural values. Eldar military structure. Aspect warriors. Aspect warriors are highly specialized fighters, each trained in a particular style of combat as represented by the different aspect temples, such as the Howling Banshee's close combat and Dark Reaper's long-range firepower. Each warrior dedicates themselves to an aspect of their war god, Kaelamensha Kine, embodying a single aspect of war through unique skills, weaponry, and armor. This specialization makes Eldar armies adaptable and unpredictable, as they deploy specific units to exploit enemy weaknesses with precision. The Eldar, our race with a tragic past and a precarious present, continue to fight for survival and redemption. Their advanced technology, psychic abilities, and disciplined culture make them formidable opponents, while their various factions pursue different paths to ensure their people endure. The Eldars' complex relationship with the warp, their rigid adherence to discipline, and their cultural heritage make them one of the most enigmatic and influential species in the galaxy.